I do. Yeah. Everything is correct. I turned everything off.
Okay. Including your monitor, because that might make it awkward to cast with.
I can play without, no worries.
Ah, I see. All you care about is the well-crafted audio of our trading company to figure everything out.
Yep.
You can hear people choking and you know to sell oxygen.
I know when people are bidding on auctions.
Hello everyone, it's me again, Side99, aka No Brainer, and I am joined with Death Tacticus. Say hello, Death Tacticus.
Hello.
Round number 3 of Group A on Io this time in New St. Petersburg, which is a colony that consumes electronics. And it's again, there's a massive canyon. It's covering most of the map.
Oh, bottom. Oh, jeez.
I thought you said this was your favorite map.
This is like my best map. I always play on this map. Like, no, I don't.
Well, we have a very high. We have a couple of very highs at least, and the carbon one's even usable.
A lot of early money you can gain through this. There's farms, chemicals, electronics. That's really nice. Your 4 factions: expensive, robotic, scavenger, and nomads. You probably don't want to find nomads on IO.
Yeah, well, he's gonna say, "How about I do that anyway?" And he's gonna found nomad up here where it's got the nice high silicons and high aluminiums. That makes a lot of sense. And his other base is placed next to carbon and a tile of oxygen. I would have really valued the oxygen higher, which Giant Frog just did, who also went nomad. So we got 2 nomads on this no nomad start. Then we got Finish, who is going for
Hexapus found is really good.
Nothing, and Hexapus, who's found is.
I don't like that he went for the steel. He should probably go for 2 iron and just sell that, because iron and aluminum start a double. Just sell that. Go for HQ level 2.
Well, he's HQ level 5 already. HQ level 2 already anyway, so it's all good. He's gone for the very highs. He's got nice oxygen. He's got decent oxygen to go for as well here. But yeah, oxygen is always one of the biggest things in IO, along with carbon, because carbon gets you into the early ion collectors, and oxygen is how you, like, breathe and survive. So everyone needs oxygen apart from robots, which Finish is.
I think Finish is still a new player. Yeah, she's doing alright.
There we go. Konto is going into iron mines right now, just to deal with that price, just to lower that price significantly, because he can. It's going to be some nice early money. And then he can trade those out for ion collectors. But I'm surprised he hasn't gone for the carbon. But it's a fine play. Maybe he shouldn't have gone for 3 aluminium.
What people want to do is stop buying those claims on the black market, and I only see one guy doing that. Yeah,
it looks like Finish hasn't really played on IO before, unfortunately, because his found was actually fine if he moved 2 tiles to the left and then went for basalt.
Yeah.
If he'd gone basalt, that was fine, because basalt is iron, silicon, and uranium. But instead, he went for just the iron tile on its own. So that's going to be quite expensive for him to deal with going forward. So that could be a problem.
Also, nukes on the market, so you probably want to go basalt, because that cannot be nuked.
Hexapus was the first one into ion collectors. So there we go, and there is about to be a radiation storm, so if people don't get into it quick enough, he is just going to have all of the ion on the map. Not iron, ion. There.
Okay. Ion. Fuel making stuff.
Konto is going into chems and electronics and just diversifying. And he went for the very high carbon instead, which actually makes a lot of sense, but then he's just got this random base doing nothing.
Look at the power price, it's going up like by 2 almost.
Yeah, because not only do ion collectors consume power, but also we've got a robot who's got increased shipping costs right now.
Oh, a surplus, really? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that happened, so never mind then.
Hexapus really
is 3, Konto is 3. Hexapus is doing well here. He's going for the geothermal plant instead of Konto, so that's going to be annoying for Konto, because Konto might have been going for a late game geothermal borehole play. You never know when geothermal's next to your base like that.
Situation now, he's already HQ level 3, he probably bought 2 claims already, so he's really good setup.
Ah dear, oh dear. Finish has gone for that random solar panel. You need to be doing more with your tiles, man.
I mean, you don't have the claims for that. I don't look at.
Sure, but if you're going for the random
carbon
solar panel, at least put it next to one of your current buildings, so that you
Look
can
at the
either A,
carbon.
rotate it out later, and B, get the adjacency for it.
She has too many carbon tiles. I guess carbon is really high, so kinda makes sense. You can always transition those into iron collectors later, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, she's listening in, which you are not allowed to do, to be honest. You cannot listen
Yeah,
in.
that is not an allowable thing. Anyway, so Giant Frog has actually got a goon geothermal up right now. And this is why you don't listen.
Yeah.
Because we talk about this sort of stuff. Kanto has now gone into his other carbon. Like, there is so much carbon being grabbed on this map right now. It's kind of insane.
And the price is still 51.
Yeah, I know, because this landslide, everything's half at the moment, but soon they won't be. The nuclear plants don't have the water right now. You gotta sell some of that, the steel to make this work, but he isn't, and that's unfortunate because that's a lot of money he's going. There we go.
I really find it hilarious that Kanto has like 4 electronics, like in a circle next to the Geo.
Yeah. Praise be to the Geo. On the bright side, I mean, it's working out really well for him. This electronics price is very high, and it is staying high because the colony is consuming 1.3 electronics. That's a nice shortage right there of chems.
Man, no one's banging into it for some reason.
Yeah, Hexapus could really use this quite effectively. Frog has actually got water up. I think he's the only one with water up at this point. Yeah, he's the only one with water up at this point, so that's nice for him.
There's an auction.
Perpetual motion, very valuable. Power's high.
Really high. Yeah, power's high.
Giant Frog, though, he's making power money, so he doesn't want to deal with this right now. He's surviving mostly off of this geothermal plant. And it's working out well.
Ooh, Kanto gets it. Does Kanto need it? It doesn't need it, but it's helpful.
It's helpful. I mean, those ion collectors now are consuming only half, which, you know, is always nice.
Yeah, but he's going for superconductors, so I don't think this is worth it, to be honest. 32k was not worth it.
Well, I think you just cancel superconductor here, right?
Yes and no, because the price is still high. You probably want to pay off debts now. With superconductor, you can do that.
Okay. Alright, I would have gone for like liquid batteries instead, because that leaves the solar panels on, but also gets you oxygen later. Then again, you have no good access to oxygen as Kanto right now. You're gonna have to take some off of Frog.
I mean, there are enough spaces off base.
Yeah, Frog has more than enough oxygen. He'll be happy to share, I'm sure. As
I mean,
Kanto
it's
goes to
just
5, that's a risky 5 considering Hexapus, but he has the money to defend himself.
What Kanto can just do is go with nanosec and then he can defend himself. That's
He's also
what I would do.
auto-selling his silicon. He's got... because he did not have nearly enough to actually make that transition work.
Yeah, that's a mistake. You don't want to be auto-selling something.
Well, you'd kind of do... well, Frog could decide to start selling his silicon and just give up on HQ5 for a while. But not likely.
Finish has a lot of cash, so she can be... She needs to upgrade, but you don't really want to do that because people will probably buy you out. So before that, you probably want to buy your stock.
Yeah, but she's only HQ3 right now, which is really awkward. You can still sell, because all of your money is currently in the electronics and the chems, right?
And the carbon.
And he can't afford to keep running his stuff now, so he needs to sell something. Oh, electronic shortage, so that's good for him. Express going for those water now. He's expansiving away. He's just got some of everything. My only worry with Hexapus right now, okay, there he goes. I was going to say is that he needed to make that oxygenous triangle because he's going to have to consume a lot.
He needs to go.
Okay, Kanto has gone for the liquid batteries. He went superconductor and then liquid batteries. All right. Well, now his solar panels are making him money. Well, paying off debt.
Black markets. Okay, both Hexapus and Kanto both got 3 claims from the black markets, so they are kind of even with claims.
Finish is now in D debt. Upgraded to HQ4, but is now in D debt. Can almost upgrade to HQ5.
Oh, Finish is not going to defend us.
He's got the money. He's got the money to do that, but he's not selling. So there we go.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. A poor found, unfortunately, from finish. If they just found it, if they'd just gone for basalt, then they could have had it. Need to get practice with all three map types. Even though Ceres is not needed apparently in this tournament.
We don't talk about that.
So Hexbus is now going for his optimization centers and a pleasure dome. Makes sense. Kanto is I like his pleasure dome spot. Kanto right there. Very cute. Got that three entertainment. You know, just having a HQ near a colony can always work. Always give you that stuff. The giant frog. I mean, he's just been making power money this entire time, just kind of sitting here, just riveting on his lily pad. He's not really doing anything with it though. But hey, I just realized the frog is green, so that's good.
Okay, Hexpista is going to upgrade stuff. He probably wants to have 2 optimization centers. Same for Kanto. He just started with his optimization.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
Launches aren't great. Oxygen is going to be the launch, unfortunately, which makes it really awkward for people unless you're Kanto, because Kanto has the solar condensers that are never going to turn off because of the liquid batteries.
And he has 3 of them.
Frog did upgrade to 5, but he feels like he won't get punished for it, and he won't. Unless Kanto decides to sell some stock, which he's not going to because Hexbus has some stock in him.
Okay, this auction, EMP.
It's interesting. I think they want to let Kanto have it, but they don't know who's having it, right? So...
No, as Hexapus, you don't want to give this to your opponent. You don't have any debt, so why give it?
Well, because you don't have any debt. Alright, there we go. He's gone to Kanto. Like, Frog didn't want that, because Frog is still making power money. Well, he's not making power money anymore, but... Goes for Kanto. So Kanto has gone from low end of C to high end of C. And sometimes debt can get away from you in IO. Hexapus went into Basalt. Interesting. I guess he needed the uranium. But he has uranium. He has uranium on his steel mill. He could have. There was a cave, so he could have done. He could have done uranium plays.
Giant Frog is going into an hacker array. Not sure what he wants to hack. Maybe electronics, but I think no.
Well, it's a very efficient hacker array at any rate, because it is 15% more effective.
Ooh, it's surplusing.
Surplusing carbon. Okay.
I don't really think you wanna build a hack array to surplus stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Kanto now finishing the very mysterious meat, and now his greenhouse farms are boosted.
And it's now frozen.
Not all of it.
Only one left. Okay, this is a battle between Hexapus and Kanto. I think Hexapus has the better end because of the depth situation, and Hexapus has more claims because he is expensive.
Yeah.
But we will see what happens.
Yeah, they've done a nice rainbow of finish, so that means that Hexapus is gonna... That means that Hexapus can start using the fact that he's just expensive and has 4 more claims. Like, yeah, this is the other thing about Nomad founding on IO, is the fact that claims can be very important on IO.
I think Hexapus is going for the elevator. Yes, 100 electronics.
100 electronics, 100 glass.
Yeah. Only needs aluminum.
You can definitely do that. He's already lost the synthetic meat and stuff. Which he was never going to go into in the first place, but that means that he's not the one that can really do the food play stuff. But it doesn't matter so much anyway, because Oxygen is the launch. But Oxygen being the launch camp is very, very nice for Kanto, because he is the one with the best oxygen production right now.
I mean, yeah, but Hexapus has 5 of them, so if he upgrades it, and it's day, and he has the advantage.
Huh? Hexapus doesn't have 5?
Yes, he has. Oh, 4.
Yeah, the other one wasn't on ice.
Oh, the solar panel. Ah, I see. I see, okay. I mean, it was still building, so I was assuming it was a solar
panel. Kanto is going to grab the stock advantage here, because Hexapus is putting all of his money into the space elevator, which is still actually a water processor, because of hologram, so it's pretending to be a water processor. If they pay attention, they'll figure it out. but are they paying attention?
We
Giant
will see.
Frog is still just making money. He's going for this uranium shortage, which is not going to go so well because Hexapus is now producing uranium. But not by much, so if he just buys up, he'll still make value out of this.
Yeah, you can really use the uranium with Hex. That's really nice.
He's making 7 uranium right now. Where is he making
Oh,
his
Muse needs uranium.
Oh!
That's why.
Oh, he did. Okay.
From the sub, so...
Yeah, well...
Yeah,
I'm surprised he went for uranium in the first place, but he does have return of claims, so he can still go for this sort of play.
Let's see what he will... Oh, he's
Like, he really should be going into more solar condensers, in my opinion.
I mean, everyone needs to go into that, especially if you go into...
Hex, you might want to put steel back up. There you go. He's putting steel back up. Oh, Hex buys into the hack. He buys into the hack. Frog sell.
Sell.
No!
All that free cash. I mean, there's still one egg more coming, so maybe...
Maybe he's just going for the double. Yeah, maybe he's just going to go for the double.
Who knows?
Just wait it out. Just wait it out. Kanto, yeah, his electronics factories are making him an absolute ton of money right now. The prices on World are pretty insane.
Is it?
Electronics is $390.
Electronic, I guess, but if I look at...
Kebs is $260.
I mean, it's only producing 1.5, so... Oh, circuit overload. This is like... Goon popper? No, don't bet on... I don't. If you were not going for the EMP, like the previous auction, then you don't go for this either. But that's me.
Well, there's the solar flare. So now suddenly, we have oxygen. I need to look away from there because things are way too bright. Jesus Christ! Power surge on all of the oxygen makes so much sense. You obviously don't want to power surge your own geothermal plant.
Did he do that?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
But you obviously don't want to do that.
Okay,
oxygen launch is going to be so valuable, so valuable right now.
You should start buying into, like, have a stockpile of that. Now it's really cheap, so...
Yeah, it's going to be real cheap for another 40 seconds. You can wait till the end, potentially.
What
he really should be doing is getting another space elevator down.
Okay, Kanto has an nanotech, so that's good.
Yeah, there he goes. He's bought 300 oxygen.
Yeah, keep freezing. Oh, that really helps, I suppose.
Okay, you've got 1,000 uranium right now, and you're still not selling it. And uranium is slowly going down. Oh, the shortage was coming still. Okay. Hopefully Hexapus buys into it again, but it's very suspicious that it's happened twice.
Is this not the third time? I feel like this is the third time.
It might be the third time. It might be 3.
I mean,
As we get another carbon surplus, he keeps surplusing carbon. Because he's the only one who doesn't have carbon.
People are getting close with buying each other out, so we need to...
He has way too much uranium.
Can we stop looking at the uranium and look at the...
Sorry, it's just such a big number. He's selling it all now. There we go. It's 30. It's actual price 36.
Wow.
Oh, those nuclear plants are making money now. Look at that power money.
Look at the race between Kanto and Hexapus. It's really close by.
Yeah,
Kanto
really
has
close.
nanotech, and Hexapus has the elevator. So who's going to win? What do you think?
Hexapus. Hexapus has the elevator.
Yeah, but Kanto has nanotech.
Sure, but Hexapus has the elevator, and Hexapus has much less depth. The stop price is big.
What Hexapus could do is network virus Kanto's whole base, so he cannot nanotech.
That is a funny play. But like, what do you... Nanoteching isn't even that effective, really. It's in the silicon value.
Optimizations, I guess.
Hey, Giant Frog, you also have 800 fuel right now.
Wait, what? Oh, Kanto's buying into Frog, okay.
He wants to defend, he's realized he's lost the race.
Okay, so he wants to get second, basically.
Yeah. Frog's stockpiling so much fuel right here. He's going for the space elevator though, like the secret space elevator might be effective. Yeah, there you go, selling half his fuel. Most of his fuel, there we go. Because everyone else is consuming, so. 930 per second off of that space elevator, effectively.
Hexapus won this game.
How are people doing for upgrades anyway? Because yeah, you've got upgrades. Konto's got upgrades in both oxygen and fuel, but they're pretty dead right now. Hexbus has got a small amount in everything, which is usually a mistake, but
glass is really high.
It's alright.
If you look at the glass price, but no one is in glass for some reason.
Well, there goes Konto. The one who could be in glass is Frog, and he's not being in glass. Well, I guess, no, Konto could be in glass as well. Konto has so much silicon, potentially. But he'd rather keep with the metal mines, because the metal mines are making money. Like, the aluminium price can suddenly spike when it costs aluminium to launch.
Hexbus selling, he should sell his... No, what are you doing?
A new claim is available for
Oh,
auction.
wrong button, probably.
Frog is never gonna make the 240k he needs to buy, so you can sell down to just 2 shares and win the game.
Yeah.
Okay, there he is. Sells 1 share. Are we sure he's not stream sniping?
We never know.
Maybe he was like, well, if one guy is, we all should. There we go.
It's good enough to know.
There we go. Konto, 2nd place. Frog, 3rd. Finish, last. Finished.
Finished. Finished. Okay.
Well played from Hexbus. Made a lot of money off power, apparently.
Yeah. You really needed that elevator. At least Konto needed that.
Yep, Konto
He went into many patterns. You don't go for the patterns you don't need.
Yeah, well, perpetual mode. Every single one of those patterns looks really good in a vacuum. But as a whole, like, yeah.
It's better to start upgrading stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Hexbus... I mean, he still had 13 optimizations, and Hexbus had 15. But a lot of it was in fuel, which was just not valuable. Well, okay, it was valuable, but only because Frog was not selling. Even spread of black market, the only person who didn't buy any was, you know, Finish. For obvious reasons.
Yeah. So basically, what we get from this is we should never play IO ever again, and keep 2 moss, and I'm going to do that.
Okay, fine. I thought this was a good game, but Expansive just wins the late game. That's how it goes if you don't get anything out of it, and Konto didn't manage to get enough of Finish.
Konto could have won, probably. Who knows?
Well, when you're in the dominant position, you always want to be the one. You always want to feel like you could have won.
Yeah. I just don't like nomads in IO, but that's me.